purified or unpurified, or even having passed through all situations in life, one who remembers the lotus-eyed Supreme Personality of Godhead is purified from within and without. To always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna, is the perfection of the soul's existence. And it is also the path to reach that perfection. This is the glory of the Bhakti Marg, that the end and the means are the same. When Srila Prabhupada was asked, "What will your devotees attain by chanting Hare Krishna?" his response was, chanting Hare Krishna. Golokera Premadana Harinam Sankirtan. This Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is eternally being chanted in the highest abode of Goloka by the Lord's intimate associates. The gopis, the gopas, they are worshipping and showing their most intimate love to Radha Gopinath in the recitation of this Maha Mantra, through japa, through kirtan. And it is this Maha Mantra that has descended into this world. So by chanting this Hare Krishna mantra, our goal is to pass through the offensive stage to the offenseless stage, gradually becoming purified, where we could chant the holy name in pure love. Can we put the fans on, please? That is the eternal identity of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, to be in the spiritual world and chant Hare Krishna. If you do not have a taste for chanting Harinam in this life, then how will we possibly attain that goal where we will be chanting forevermore? And that is why Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has, in that beautiful song, Kabe Hame Bolo Seidin Amar, he's praying, when will I develop that taste for chanting the holy names? Developing taste for chanting Hare Krishna is perfectly in harmony with developing love for Krishna. They are non-different. As you develop love of God, you develop more and more of a taste for His name. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he descended, Radha and Krishna, in one divine form, to teach us through his words, his example, and especially through his empowered associates, how to develop this taste for chanting Hare Krishna. That is in essence what initiation is about. How to develop a taste for chanting Krishna's holy names. It is the Yuga Dharma. Harinama, Harinama, Harinama eva kevalam, kalo nasteva, 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 gatir anyatha. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Guru told him to meditate on this particular sloka. from the Brihad Naradiya Purana. Because in this age of Kali, to achieve love of God, there is no other way. The Shikshastakam is the systematic, progressive path of purifying our chanting. We must, in the association of devotees, hear the glories of the holy name. And then, Nam Namakari Bahodi Nija Sarva Shaktis. We develop faith that Krishna is none different than his name. We develop confidence that all of Krishna's potencies, his beautiful pastimes, his sweet form, are revealed in his holy name. Because you cannot take shelter of something or someone without faith. Faith is foundational to all of our spiritual progress. Faith in the holy name comes by associating with people who have faith. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ends this particular stanza of Shikshastakam. How unfortunate I am that I have no taste for the chanting. This attitude is preliminary for any future progress. If we think that we're advanced, we will not strive for progress. Lord Chaitanya is not saying, I have some taste for the holy name. He's not saying, my taste is deficient. He's saying, I have no taste for the holy name. As we love Krishna, as we understand Krishna's love for every living entity, we are humbled. How can we possibly reciprocate? We are insignificant jivatmas. The capacity for us to love God is simultaneously unlimited and infinitesimal. But Srimati Radharani, her love for God is unlimited and infinite. There's no end. She's the reservoir of all love. All love of God is emanating from her alone. Whatever love the living entity can have is only an infinitesimal part and parcel of Sri Radha's love. But here, Srimati Radharani, through her mouth as Lord Chaitanya, is declaring, I have no love. I have no taste for chanting. Now, for those who are serious on the line of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, we take these words very serious. What is our position? If Srimati Radharani, if Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, I have no love, I have no taste for chanting, what is our position? Trinarapi sunichena, taror ibaseheshnana, amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. That is our position. That is what Lord Chaitanya is praying for. And that is how he is showing the path for all of us. To be humble like a blade of grass, tolerant like a tree, eager to offer all respect to others and expect no respect for oneself, no sense of false prestige. This is the qualification that Krishna is looking for in the heart of a devotee. When Krishna sees this qualification, this sincere aspiration, then Krishna manifests his opulences in his name. We develop a taste. And then we chant constantly. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining such a high level. But that's only the third sloka. There's still 5 more. Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagatisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishwari bhavatad bhakti rohaita kitvayi. In this humble state of mind, we can actually offer this prayer. I do not want wealth. I do not want to enjoy the beauty of the opposite sex. I do not want fame, prestige, scholarship. I do not even want followers. Having followers is a burden of love. It should not be something we enjoy. I do not even want liberation from suffering. I only want to serve you, my Lord, unconditionally, birth after birth after birth. This is a hoitaki apratihata, unmotivated, uninterrupted service to the Lord. And in this state, from our heart of hearts, we could cry out to Krishna. Ainanda tanuja kinkaram patitamam vishame bhavam buddho kripaya tavapada pankaja stita duli sadrisam vichintaya. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very specific. Krishna, who is the eternal son of Nanda Maharaj, who is the all-attractive object of love for the residents of Vrindavan. He is my life and soul. He is my all in all. I'm helpless, I'm hopeless without your mercy, Krishna. Please be merciful upon me. Bhaktivinoda Thakur prays, your mercy is all I am made of. It's my only hope, my only strength, my all in all is the mercy of Krishna, the son of Nanda, that is descending through the parampara and through the hearts of the Vaishnavas. The mercy of the Lord is accessible in every situation of life if we have the proper attitude to receive it. And what is the ultimate mercy Lord Chaitanya is praying for? Not to be a Mahatma, a great soul. The mercy Lord Chaitanya is praying for is Krishna. Let me just be one insignificant particle of dust under the soles of your lotus feet. We see that all of these first four verses of Shikshastakam, 5, is humbling oneself totally. Nayanam galadashudaraya, vadanam gadgadarudhayaki. Pulakar nichitam vapukada tava namagrahane bhavishyati. When will that day be? When tears from the core of my heart, when tears from my very spirit soul flow from my eyes. Anyone can cry. We can cry due to distress. We could cry due to emotional sentiment. We could cry to attract attention, to fool others. We can cry to fool ourselves. If we're shedding tears and we're thinking, look how advanced I am. Prabhupada explains that those tears wash away the conclusions of the Vedic scriptures. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he's crying for tears from the heart, from the soul. In separation from Krishna, in gratitude to Krishna, when will those tears flow? When will my voice become choked up, my limbs tremble at the mere recitation of your name? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Yugayatam nimeshena chakshusha prabhrishayatam sunyayatam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me. Lord Chaitanya is teaching total focus on Krishna, absolute absorption in Krishna. Without Krishna, all the wealth, all the beauty, all the opulences of this world are a dreary, dark void, bereft of the darshan of Govinda. And this is in a spirit of servitude. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, do not try to see Krishna. Try to serve Krishna in such a way that he wants to see you. In pleasing Krishna, we see Krishna. Other than pleasing Krishna, everything in this world is horrible. No attraction. It's horrible. It's a void. There's nothing worse than a void. Yes? When your heart is void. Of course, some religious people, that's their goal in life, to achieve void. Because spiritual life without the Supreme Personality of Godhead culminates in void. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for him, it's a dreary, painful, horrible void. Even a moment without remembering Krishna. The gopis, they criticize Lord Brahma for making eyebrows that blink. That was the intensity of their absorption in Krishna. That the blinking of an eyebrow seemed like 12 years or more. Eyelid. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was praying like this. A moment is like 12 years or more. Nimesh. Nimesh is the time it takes for the eyelid to open and close when you're not aware that it's happening. That is how we should be striving in our spiritual lives. Ashlasya va padaratham panashtuma madarshana maramahatam karotu va yatata tata vidatu lampato mat prananatastu se evana para. And in the highest perfection, at the crest jewel of spiritual advancement, we are simply Krishna's property. We are simply meant for Krishna's pleasure. We have no ulterior desires. Krishna, if you want to trample on me, if you want to embrace me, if you want to turn the whole world against me, if you want me to suffer miserable, hellish conditions, or if you want to elevate me to your own abode, you have every right to do with me any way you please. I have no particular desire. Whichever way I can serve you. Srimati Radharani, if Krishna wanted to be with another gopi, Chaitanya Charitamrita describes, she will go and perform the most menial services to that gopi to somehow or other bring her to Krishna so that Krishna is happy. So in this world, the concept of wanting to be better than others has no place in Gaudiya Vaishnavism. It's something that sickens the heart of a true devotee. Whatever pleases Krishna, that's all. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught us in these 8 verses the mentality or the consciousness that we should cultivate as we're worshiping the holy name. Because Krishna is none different than his name. What we absorb ourselves in, what we tune our consciousness into, is what either elevates or degrades our life. So Srila Prabhupada, the representative of Krishna for all of our lives, through the Parampara system, has given us basic vows to take in initiation. No illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling, no meat eating. Why? Because the power of Maya to attract our hearts away from Krishna is so powerful, manifesting the energies of these illicit activities. Maya strikes. She's striking every moment. But actually, for those who understand a little about military warfare, just coming out and striking is not always the effective way. There's retreating and striking, retreating and striking. And especially when you retreat, you're mobilizing your forces and you're very carefully calculating when to strike at a time when your enemy is weakest, not expecting or prepared. We go to sleep maybe 6 hours a night, yes? Some of us may sleep 5 hours a night. We're thinking we're very advanced. But Maya never sleeps. Never. She doesn't even blink her eyes. She is awake 24 hours a day, meditating on trapping you. Hare Krishna. She's all pervading within this material world. It's not because there's so many billions of people she hasn't gotten to you yet. She's the Lord's energy. She is the Lord's external energy. Maya dyakshena prakriti suyate sacharachara. Maya is under Krishna's control. So every human being, Maya is alert to keep you away from Krishna, somehow or other. And she works especially hard for a devotee. Because as soon as you meet a Vaishnav, she's losing you from her grip. She's had you since time immemorial as her obedient servant. As soon as you come in contact with a Vaishnav, she knows. If you just remain faithful, you're gone. So her thankless task is to somehow or other keep us trapped. And how does she keep us trapped? By diverting our attention, by contaminating our desires. And by doing so, we can't really take shelter of the name. Therefore, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling, no meat eating. Very, very important. We cannot cultivate Harinam properly as long as we are being influenced and affected by these powers of Maya. And we vow to chant at least 16 rounds every day of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Prabhupada very strongly emphasized minimum, no maximum. Chanting 16 rounds, minimum. This is the standard he expected of us. Kirtaniya Sadahari. We should be constantly chanting. 16 rounds may take 2 hours. It's minimal. And Srila Prabhupada writes in one beautiful purport in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita that if the devotees are not attentively making the effort to chant 16 rounds every day, at any moment they will fall prey to the powers of Maya. Taking initiation is very serious. To be a common devotee in the sense that Krishna consciousness is just a small part of our life. For such a person, taking vows is either hypocrisy or it's just not necessary. But for those who get initiated, it means you're taking your spiritual life extremely seriously. If you take something very seriously, it becomes a priority. If you take your job seriously, you don't just go when you feel like going. If you take your family seriously, you don't just provide for them when they feel like it. If a mother takes her child seriously, it's not that when it's convenient, she does the needful for the child. If you take something serious, it's your priority. Hell or high water, whatever, I have to do it. It's my responsibility. That is what Srila Prabhupada expected for those who take initiation. Initiation separates devotees, the sincere and the insincere. Of course, those who are aspiring for initiation, in one sense, they are as good as initiated. It's just a matter of formality. But the actual process of initiation, it means we are really serious to make our Krishna consciousness priority in life. We don't take initiation for social status. We don't take initiation to feel some pious security. We take initiation because we want to make the priority of our life to always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. To purify our heart by taking shelter of the holy name, according to Lord Chaitanya's principles. Tapodivyam putrakayena sattvam. Human life is meant for tapasya. Nayam deho deha bhajamna loke kastan kaman arhati vibhujam jay. Sense gratification is meant for the lower species. When you take something serious, that means whatever hardships come in the path doesn't matter. I will do it. A person who's not so serious, they will do the needful, but when a temptation comes that offers something wonderful, something I never dreamed of having before, now it's standing before me, let me take it. And divert our attention from our sadhana, from our moral and spiritual values. That is insincere. Taking serious, whatever temptations come will not divert us from the path. And whatever obstacles come, even if it's so difficult, it could be so much easier on every level if I just give up this path, give up the seva to Guru and the Vaishnavas. When Srila Prabhupada was on Jaladuta, he never even considered going back. He was feeling separation from Vrindavan after heart attacks and everything. But he was fixed on his service to his Guru, whatever. What an example as an acharya. So we should not be diverted by temptations or obstacles. And a person who has this commitment is a person who is rightfully accepting initiation with the proper spirit. Today is the appearance of Sri Balaramji. Balaram is Krishna himself. There is no difference between Krishna and Balaram. Krishna takes the form of Balaram in the spirit of supreme servitude. Balaramji is Krishna's dearmost friend. His life, his soul, his everything is Krishna's satisfaction. He expands himself as Krishna's shoes, Krishna's clothes, Krishna's jewelry, Krishna's crown. He expands himself as Krishna's bed, his seat. He expands himself as Vaikuntha, Goloka, the spiritual world, to provide all necessities and all pleasures. Not necessities, Krishna doesn't need anything. He provides all pleasures for Krishna in every way. He's the Supreme Personality of Servitude, Godhead. And for this and other transcendental reasons, he is the original spiritual master of all existence. The spiritual master is representative of Sri Balaramji. We will discuss this evening to some extent. It is Balaram that makes Krishna known to the world. Rajendra Nandana Jai Sachi Suta Hoilo Se Balarama Hoilo Nitai. And as Krishna appeared as Lord Chaitanya, Balaram appeared as Nityananda Prabhu. Sri Nityananda Prabhu is Balaram's most merciful manifestation for all people living in this age of Kali especially. Whatever we know about Lord Chaitanya is by the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. It is he that brought Rupa and Sanatana Goswami in to meet Lord Chaitanya. Our Prayojana Guru, Sri Radhanath Goswami, he tried again and again to meet Lord Chaitanya, but failed. But he came to the realization, only by the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu is it possible. Raghunath Goswami fell at the feet of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, begged for mercy. And what was Nityananda Prabhu's instruction? Serve the Vaishnavas. Please the Vaishnavas. That is the way to get the Lord's favor. The Chidadahi Utsav in Panihati. It was the command of Nityananda Prabhu and Raghunath Das Goswami in a very humble and menial service attitude. He prepared and served the chipped rice and yogurt to all the Vaishnavas. And then the next day fell at Nityananda Prabhu's feet and surrendered his heart and his soul, begged for his mercy. There is no way to receive the Lord without you, Nityananda Prabhu. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he was sent to Vrindavan by Nityananda Prabhu. And under Nityananda Prabhu's guidance, he took shelter of Rupa and Raghunath Das Goswami, who Nityananda Prabhu brought to Lord Chaitanya, and wrote Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur was Nityananda Prabhu's personal disciple. It is said that he was the last disciple of Nityananda Prabhu. Under Nityananda Prabhu's order, he revealed the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the whole world. And Sri Nityananda Prabhu, wherever he went, his only business was tasting the sweetness of the holy name and spreading to other people's hearts the nectar of the holy name. That's all. The ecstasies that he manifested when he was performing Sankirtan. But he didn't keep it for himself. Dinahina yata chilo harinam udharilo tarasakshi jagai madhai. He risked everything. Every day, all day, he and Thakur Haridas would just go out from house to house, marketplace to marketplace, bathing ghat to bathing ghat. Worship Krishna. Chant Krishna's name. Hear about Krishna. Krishna's your mother. Krishna's your father. Krishna's your only real wealth. Krishna's your life and soul. Chant the holy names. And he even went to such a low place to voluntarily enter into the association of Jagai and Madhai, to give them the holy name of Krishna. Nityananda Prabhu's whole Leela is simply tasting Harinam and distributing Harinam. He is Balaram. Balaram Tattva is Guru Tattva. And through Parampara, that Tattva of Sri Nityananda Prabhu is being passed on. To forgive people for their sins and to inspire people to chant the holy names and to cultivate the proper service attitude in which we please the Lord in our chanting. Today is a very, very powerfully auspicious day to take vows of initiation. To receive the mercy of Balaram Nityananda through Sri Guru Parampara. Our beloved spiritual master, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who established Krishna Balaram temple in Vrindavan to manifest the absolute need for every living being to receive the mercy of Balaramji. And Srila Prabhupada established the worship of Nityananda Prabhu in hundreds of formal temples and tens and thousands of homes. Outside of India, tens and thousands of homes are worshipping Gaur Nitai by Srila Prabhupada's mercy. He is the ultimate proponent of the age we live for connecting to people to Lord Nityananda Balaram's mercy. When we take initiation within the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, we are taking a solemn, lifelong vow to be faithful to Srila Prabhupada, to be faithful to the mission that Srila Prabhupada gave his life and soul to establish. And to be faithful to the teachings that he manifested in his lectures, in his books, and his personal instructions. And by the power of Srila Prabhupada's magnanimous compassion, even very small, unqualified persons can act on his behalf, on his order. And by his inconceivable connection to Nityananda Balaram and Srimati Radharani and the whole Parampara, Srila Prabhupada, full-fledged, can manifest his mercy, his divine grace through his representatives to bestow the highest benediction upon all of us. And that is our hope. Gopi Bharatur Padakamalayora Das 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 Anudas. Whether we are directly Srila Prabhupada's disciples or his grand disciples or great grand disciples in formal initiation, it is our aspiration and hope to be the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Because that's what will please Him. And His pleasure will be accepted as the greatest service by all the Vaishnavas in our Guru Parampara. On this very auspicious day of Sri Balaram Jayanti, we pray for the mercy of Lord Balaramji. Srila Prabhupada explained, we pray to Balaram to give us spiritual strength, to remain faithful to our vows, and to remain faithful to the spirit of unconditional devotional service. On this very auspicious day, I pray at the lotus feet of Sri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada and all of our parampara to shower their most precious blessings upon all of you. Thank you very much.